Welcome everyone to Montana Haven,
Alaska edition.
and in this video Justin, Ethan and I traveled to towards the north end of Alaska, and we're hunting caribou up here. Join us in this episode of Hunting Caribou here in Alaska. Okay, well, we're here in the back of our property here, sighting in my rifle, and I actually used it last year, but I had a little bit of trouble with it, so I sent it back to Bergara, and they actually retuned it up and did some shots, and they really did a good job with it. So this is the Bergara 300 PRC Premier Mountain Rifle. So it's a lightweight rifle with a super lightweight barrel, and I got a nice Leupold scope to put on it. I saved a long time for this gun. Really happy with it, really thankful. And then the other bullets that I was using, I had some trouble with it. So they just came out with, Hornady came out with these Outfitter ammunition. They're 190 grain, and they're nickel coated, or nickel casings, I guess. And they seem to be shooting really nice. So I've just got it sighted in, and I think we're good to go. So I'm really excited. I'm gonna have to reset this back to 0, my turrets here. Okay, that thing's set on the side. And now what we'll have to do is I'm going to reset this top one so that it's set for 100 yards. Okay, now I just got to lift it up and put it right in place and tighten up the screws. Now the nice thing about this Leupold, I actually chose, I'm a Vortex person. I like Vortex actually a lot. Vortex makes good optics, but the reason I went with this Leupold is that for a couple of reasons. It was just a lot lighter. Now I paid a little bit more for it than the Vortex, but the weight was a big deal. It was just a lot lighter, and the clarity, I just couldn't beat the clarity on this, and I was trying to go with lightweight because of carrying it. And the other nice thing about it, it's got this little button right here. So if I want to turn it, all I got to do is press that in, and then I can turn the turret. Otherwise it's locked in and it doesn't move. And then on this side, it's got a 100 or 75 to infinity focus if I want to focus it a little bit better, and then it's up to 15 power as well. So for 3 to 15 power. So I think so far I'm really liking it. I haven't taken it out hunting yet, but we're gonna go caribou hunting, and I'm so excited to use this thing, and hopefully I can bag a caribou. So we've never gone caribou hunting before. It'll be Justin, Ethan, and I, my 2 sons, and since we're still non-residents of Alaska, we decided just to do one tag this year, but then the boys will get to hunt. They were gracious enough and said, "Dad, you're 42, you've never got a caribou yet, and we're only 15, so you can go hunting." So they're going to go with us, with me. Us 3 are going to go together, and it's going to be a great time. We're going to really have a lot of fun. So anyways, I think we got it dialed in. I'm just going to tighten this up, and think we're good to go.
Well, it is Friday morning and the guys are taking off on a hunting trip.
Yay, our first ever caribou hunt. Yeehaw! Unbelievable how much gear it takes.
Yeah, a lot of stuff just to go hunting.
Trying to put everything in waterproof cases so it doesn't get wet. No. I think this footage is the most spectacular I've seen since we've been in Alaska. The fall colors are absolutely stunning. So beautiful today.
There's the Madanuska Glacier. There's the Tanana River. We had to stop because both of the straps on the side-by-side broke. So we're putting new ones on because it was really bumpy back there.
That is beautiful.
Caribou country.
All right, now we are definitely in Caribou country. Look at this. This is incredible. This is beautiful. Look at this. Finally getting out of the trees. Way up here. Okay, well, it is now about 12 and a half hours or so after we started off this morning. And I'll just kind of tell you the story a little bit later of why it took us so long to get here. But we are finally almost here where we're going to camp. We're going back this old road right here. Actually, we've never been here before. This is a brand new area. I've never been this far north. We are north of Fairbanks by a couple hours, and we're just driving back this old trail. Michael is in the other vehicle, and I'm pulling a trailer, so I didn't want to get back in here. So I was waiting. He came out to try to find me, and so he's backing up now. But we're going to park by a creek here tonight, set up the wall tent, and yeah, it's beautiful. It's a little bit chilly out. It's probably going to be freezing tomorrow morning, but we got a wall tent, so I think we're going to be snug as a bug in a rug. We got to get our wall tent set up here. We got a few minutes of daylight left. It's actually darker than it really looks in the camera.
So we found our spot here, right beside a creek, and we're backing it up to unload the side-by-side, and then we're gonna set up the wall tent right in here, this clear spot right there, have the noise of the creek as we go to sleep. So we figured out, we had it almost all put up, and then we noticed that something was wrong. All the angles were mixed up. So then we noticed that the angles, there were two different kinds of angles. So we had to take it all apart and sort them out. So now we're putting it back together. Let us see this inside.
Okay, Justin and Ethan, what do you say?
This is so fun. Yeah.
There's our wall tent. We got it all set up. We got a light inside. And I don't think you can really see the smoke coming out of the chimney, but there it is. We pretty much got everything set up. Okay, let's go inside and check it out. Wow. Okay, first of all, you'll notice it's nice and toasty in here. You might not notice it, but we got this wood stove going in here. And we got some lights hanging up here. We got our wood stash over here. And I got my cot set up right there. Ethan's is in the center. Justin's is over there. And then we have our stash of everything here, food and all the stuff. So it's pretty comfy. There's a 12 by 14 wall tent that we got before we came up here, just for this purpose. We thought we'd live in it all summer, but it ended up not working out, so we got it big enough for that. But anyways, it's pretty comfy for what we're doing. All right, we're gonna hit the sack.
Okay, it's the next morning and we're getting ourselves on and getting our packs ready. It's like 5:30.
Nice and early. Okay, here we are this morning. There's the moon up behind me there, and there's our wall tent. We were pretty snug, a little bit chilly last night, not too terrible bad, but yeah, the creek is right behind us. It's a really pretty spot right here. So we're just getting ready to head out. It got daylight a little bit earlier than we thought it might, so we're getting a little bit later start, but hey, we only have a little bit to go, probably a mile or two. We're gonna take the trucks, and then we're gonna take the side-by-sides and drive up on some high ridges and start looking for some caribou. day. Good day, boys.
Yeah. So Ethan here is glassing over there, and just right over there on that hill right across there, there's a lot of little dots, and we kept looking, and Ethan was definitely sure they were caribou.
Okay, we're gonna see if we can spot those caribou that we saw here. They are a long ways off, probably a mile and a half or so, I would imagine. See, there they are. That's as far in as I can zoom them in. They are very, very far away. Well, our joy was short-lived. They're actually white boulders, but it was a good spot. They sure look like caribou. So we're gonna keep looking. They're around here somewhere.
There's a mining camp.
So I want to say something about, we had a friend that is allowing, or gave us this Polaris Ranger to use on this trip, which is a huge blessing because yeah, we don't have one, so this is amazing. I want to take really good care of it because if anything goes wrong, then I got to fix it, or I want to fix it. So we're going to take really good care of it if we can, and so we're going to take it off now. We're going to start heading up the trail. Driving around for a couple hours now, and the road goes through creeks and trails and everywhere, just trying to cover country and spot glass. Haven't seen anything yet. We had to stop and check this out. Look at this beaver dam right here. This is neat. They actually made a pond all the way across here, packed it with sticks and mud. And then we've got another one down there, and the beaver lodge is just right there behind Justin. Yep, it's chilly out here. There was ice on the water this morning, the puddles, and it's raining a little bit, so it's cool just driving in that machine there. Now look at all these blueberries that are still around here. Maybe they're huckleberries, I'm not quite sure. Pretty tasty actually. And yeah, it's raining. Actually like ice balls almost. Vast open country, it's pretty amazing.
So while my dad went on through the creek, we went forward, and we were gonna load it up on a flat place. So when we caught up to him, his strap was gone. So we came back to see if it was somewhere around here. We didn't see it on the ground. stopped right beside the road because we saw a grouse. Then we shot at it with a .22 pistol, but it flew away. Then right next to it there was a squirrel. So me and my dad went down. My dad shot it. So we're gonna have some squirrel tonight, and then just as we were leaving, there's another squirrel chattering down here. So we're gonna see if we can get that one. Now we're gonna try a BB pistol. And so we're gonna have some squirrel stew tonight. We shot these two just within a few yards of each other. So we came here to a different spot this evening before we were gonna head back.
Well, I'm just sitting here out of the wind a little bit. It is really windy up on top. Let me just kind of give you a recap, I think, of what's transpired so far. This morning we got up and we put on a few miles, like probably 3 or 4 miles, and just glassed. We can take this side by side up over these high ridges and just sit and glass. Didn't see anything, so we thought we'd try a new spot where we met a biologist on the way up, and he kind of suggested this area. So we came over here, and it is absolutely beautiful, but it's really windy. I guess there's a storm blowing in or something, like 35-mile-an-hour winds. It's already probably 25, 30 right now, so I'm sitting here behind a rock, a little bit out of the wind. It's actually really nice right here, but just such a beautiful evening. The scenery is just vast, beautiful, lonely, beyond description. It's just a crazy feeling. We're only probably, as the crow flies, maybe 50 to 75 miles from the Arctic Circle right now. So we're actually really far, quite far north, actually, furthest north I've ever been. But I'm loving it. Haven't seen much wildlife as far as big game. But I don't know. We're just gonna keep hunting. We're now on day one, really, of the hunt. We've got, this is Saturday, we've got Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then we got to drive back Wednesday. So we got like 3 more days, so we're just going to keep scouting. The biologist seems to think they're kind of working their way into this area, so we'll see, I guess. We'll just probably keep glassing. Caribou move around a lot, so if they're not here today, they might be here tomorrow. You just never know. But we're just sitting here enjoying the evening right now. Wait until it gets too dark probably to glass, and then we'll head back, and we got probably a 45-minute drive, so it's a little ways back to where we're camping.
Okay, it's the next morning here, and we're getting ready to go.
The usual chaos that ensues of trying to get everything ready for the day. Organized chaos somewhat. Our sleeping bags were wet last night, so my boys' ones were, so hanging them up to see if we could dry a little bit. I think from the cold and the heat, the condensation.
Just like Alaska.
We've got fresh snow this morning up there. We're probably gonna be up in the snow area today sometime. All right, we're driving to our hunting spot this morning where we kind of thought we might spend the day glassing, and we're just stopping to glass and just check to see if we can see anything on the way. And Ethan spotted a bear, so we're checking it out. It's like probably 2 miles away. It's just a dot, so it's so far away, but you can see it's a black bear eating the berries, so it's pretty cool. It's all the way out there in that distant mountain. Not the farthest mountain, but the one it's about right in that area right there. Probably a good 2 miles or more. That's fully zoomed in.
Yeah, I know.
That's how far away it is. Wow, that thing's a long ways off. Okay, now that we've seen the bear, we decided to kind of go to a different spot where we were last night. And I just want to show you this little town. This is called the town of Central. And there's not much here. It's kind of pretty here. There's not much here except I think that they might have gas in this area right here. I think it's a bar and maybe it's got some food in it and maybe some gas. So that's about the only thing that's here. I don't know what the population is. Can't be very much. I do need to show you this real dandy. This looks like a true Alaska experience right here. There's a old Chevy truck, a front end, and then it's like mounted on these excavator tracks. Like a serious hunting rig or something. I have no idea what they would do with it. That's pretty funny. That is so beautiful.
There's an old cabin. There's another old cabin.
There's so many of these little old logging camps around here. We just stopped beside the road and just to check one out. Look at that, little cabins and stuff. Really neat. Just really wonder what, actually mining camps, they're not logging camps. Really wonder what the story is on some of these places. Looks like people still might stay in here.
So we had to stop here because it was the end of the road, and then now we're just gonna hike for a while, maybe like 2 or more miles over to another creek across that hill, that ridge over there, and then glass for a while and come back.
Hey, we're hiking along and check this old, there's like these random pieces of equipment parked in the woods. Here's an old truck of some sort. Wow, this thing has been here a couple of years, I think. Look at this, they got like rocks around it for some reason. Yeah, willows are growing up around it. They literally just parked it here, drove it in here and said it's good. That would be cool to take pictures with this thing. What does it say, Ethan?
Diamonds Chinchilla Ranch, Fairbanks, Alaska.
That is pretty cool.
So we were trying to cross the creek right behind him, and then we realized too late that it was a little too deep, and some
It's
water.
a little too deep.
Yeah,
All of a
some
sudden I felt
came
water
in.
gushing into my shoes. I'm like, oh no. So our plan was, we're trying to figure out what to do. We're not quite sure where these caribou are at. So we were gonna go over the top of that mountain, get up there and see if we could maybe do some glassing. Because we keep hearing reports that they're over there, but we don't know for sure. So we don't know how to get there. So we might have to take our shoes off and wade across. I don't know, we're trying to figure that out right now, what we're gonna do. Well, today we're left with no recourse but to wade across this river. And so I guess that's what we'll have to do. We can't get across any other way. So we're going barefoot. And they're off. Which leaves Dad. This is some seriously cold water. Okay, I've got some news for you. If you've never waded an Alaskan river, when it was 38 degrees and snowed during the night, it's cold. It's like really cold. I'd show you my feet, but they're pretty white and pretty pink right now. Woo, doggy, I'm glad to be on this side. Now, the only problem is we got to get across later, so that's a bummer. But hey, we're on this side, now we can go caribou hunting.
Here's a waterfall.
This is beautiful. This is amazing. We're going through here and we're seeing caribou, or game trails. We think they're caribou trails going up through this moss right here. What we're gonna try to do is go up this finger ridge, go up on top so we can glass down the other side.
I just found a caribou shed. It's up here.
Woo! Our first caribou shed.
Oh.
There it is. We haven't seen it yet even. Oh, that's a den, Ethan.
Nice.
Look how big that thing is.
Ay, ay,
Ethan.
ay.
Wow. That's awesome. Wow, that's a decent one. I mean, I don't know how big. It's not huge, but it's nice. Great. I'd shoot it. Plus there's a bigger one to munch. Okay guys, look what I just found. The boys don't even know it yet. See, right there, that's a caribou shed. I'll go pick it up. They're gonna be surprised when they see me holding it. It's a small one, but I'm happy. Nice. Cool.
I think I just found another shed. So cool.
Way cool. We're on the roll now. Ethan just found another one. Let me see him, Ethan. Look at that. That is awesome. Nice going, Ethan. We're having a ball. It's just so amazing walking up here. It's really hard walking because it's like tundra. It's like mossy and it's super soft. See, every step you take, you sink down about 6 inches. So just like that, you just sink way down each time. And I don't even put my full weight on it, but it's so spectacular up here. So we're hiking up here. We're finding the caribou sheds and going through these scrub spruce trees on the side of a mountain. And look what I came across. A spring. Running water up here, right on the side of a mountain. Wow. Just coming right out of the side of the hill here. Amazing.
There's another spring, but in it looks like that's maybe a piece of gold flake or something. There's lots of huckleberries here. Oh, yep, sure enough. There's another shed. That's a nice one.
Just look at that. Good job, buddy. Excellent, excellent. Wowzers, wowzers. This is incredible. Just incredible. I am so blessed. Just blessed. Praise the Lord for this beauty. We can get to go do this. This is amazing.
I come up here on a point where it was a little higher, and looking around, I thought I saw something white and zoomed up. Sure enough, there's that shit. I'm gonna go get it quick. It looks like a moose pack. I think it's a caribou. Oh yeah, thank you, Jesus.
Well, we just came up over the top now, and just how many sheds, caribou sheds, did you find? Endless. Two big, beautiful ones. Ethan found two, and I found one. Okay, take a load at this. That looks just like a painting out there. Those smooth, round hills. And when you look down there, there's just caribou trails, game trails everywhere over there. But we're gonna see if we can spot a caribou. A little bit hard to glass, a little bit brushy.
There's a lot of these caribou trails here. They definitely were here, but for some reason they're not now.
Okay, here we go, round two. Heading back across barefoot. Ooh, I'm not looking forward to this. Okay, we made it. That was brutal. It's a beautiful evening. The sun just set about 30 minutes ago. Trying to get out of here before dark. We got about a 20-minute hike to our little side-by-side, and then we can drive out of here. It's about 10 o'clock right now. We're finally back to our humble abode right here, and you guys see what I'm cooking here on the stove. So check this out. We got 3 grouse and 2 squirrels, and I got these bad boys just a sizzling in butter. There's a squirrel right there, another squirrel, and then we got the 3 breasts of the grouse, and then the hindquarters and the legs there, and then we got the heart right there. And then we're gonna make the liver as well, and the rest of the gizzards. Oh, this is gonna be tasty. There's nothing better than grouse and squirrel. So good. I'm gonna say these guys are done right now. Doesn't that look pretty tasty? And we've also got top ramen noodles right here. And what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be putting some of our meat into these ramen noodles. That should be pretty good. Okay, we just spotted a bull up there. This is a bull moose, actually. Way up there. Okay, it's now Monday morning. We got here on Friday evening. So we hunted Saturday, Sunday, and now today's Monday. So we're not quite sure where to go or what to do next. We've pretty much scoured the area, talked with a lot of people. Most people haven't seen caribou in here since last hunting season. But I guess the last 2 years there was a lot of caribou in here. And we've seen a lot of sign by the antlers that we picked up, and also just a lot of trails and stuff. So they definitely were in here. They're just not here now. Caribou are, I guess, very nomadic and migratory, I guess is the right word. So they travel a lot. And so they could be here today, they could be gone tomorrow, and you just never know. So we're not quite sure where to go with it. The biologist down in the little town of Tok recommended we come up here. He says he's had reports that the caribou are kind of headed this way. But we haven't seen any, so maybe today's the day. Or we thought we might try to, that was on Friday, maybe we'll call in and just see if he's got any updated information for us. But either way, we're loving it. One thing that we might be able to do is, here in Alaska, if you buy a more expensive tag, you can shoot anything less than that. So in this case, I could shoot anything less than a caribou, which would be a black bear. So with my caribou tag, I have to get a special tag for it, which I did, but I could get a caribou, or I can get a black bear, or I can obviously get a wolf as well. You don't even need a tag for that because there's, I guess, so many of them around, although we haven't seen any yet. But if we just don't see any caribou and we see a nice black bear like yesterday, I saw that really nice one, I would probably go after it and just try to get me a bear. So the boys have already taken off, they're walking out down the road, see if they can get any grouse. Boy, those grouse were delicious and squirrel, tender and juicy, pan fried in butter and salt. It was really good. So we're gonna go to the little town of Central. That's like 30 miles, 40 miles from where we're at actually. Maybe have some breakfast. They've got a phone there because there's no cell phone service obviously this high up. Maybe we can talk with that biologist and just get some information. Other than that, if we can't, there's no more information. I'm not sure exactly what. We'll get a plan together. There's one more ATV trail that goes like 5 or 6 miles that we might just go up and just do some more glassing in case we can see a bear or something. So anyways, we're just having a great time. Finding those caribou sheds yesterday with the boys was this is amazing. And I just want to say, I'm not doing this hunt just to go hunt caribou. I'm doing this as just to build continue relationship with my boys. I think it's just a continuous building. Do things together as a family. The younger ones, when they get older, I'll take them out as well. They're obviously home with Priscilla. They don't even want to come out in this. They wouldn't be able to in this weather. And I mean, they could, but it would be difficult. So they're just not there yet where they're wanting to do something like that. So this is great. It's a wonderful time. We're really enjoying it. I find it hard to believe that I'm here in Alaska actually doing this with my boys. This is incredible. I feel so extremely blessed and just grateful. Just so grateful that we can do this. I'm here in the wall tent with my boys and by this river right here, this creek, hearing it during the night while you're sleeping. Having a warm wall tent with a stove, smoke going out of the chimney. It's warm inside, dry. You can dry clothes. It's an incredible experience, and I wish everybody could experience it sometime. So join us as we find out what the day brings. It's another adventure. Here we go.
So we're here in the town of Central Alaska. And this is their little gas station here. Gallons. We're filling it up now.
Okay, so we just decided to do a quick hunt this afternoon. It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and we prayed we'd see a bear so we can shoot it. Anyways, we literally went about half a mile. We spotted a bear. Well, what I thought was a bear, so we stopped to get the spotting scope out, and it's a bear. And then I spotted a bull moose right above it. It's about 200 yards above it. There's a big bull moose, but it's all the way over. It's like, it's a long ways off. It's probably 2.5 miles away or 3 miles away. Really, really far. I'm not sure how to get over there, but they're hanging out over there right now.
So right there is the big bull moose, kind of shaky. Then right down here is the black bear. There.
Okay, something pretty crazy happened there. We were glassing that bear and figuring out a plan of attack on the thing. And yeah, it was 2.5 miles away. I measured it on my Onyx app. Anyways, we were watching it and getting a plan together, and all of a sudden we saw that moose go towards it. The moose are rutting right now, and I'm thinking that the moose thought it might have been, the bull thought it might have been another cow, so it went to check it out. Anyways, we saw that bear just hightailing it out of there. It ran for about a quarter, half a mile until it disappeared. So I guess that's part of hunting. That's kind of a bummer because it looked like a really nice bear. Nice long body. Anyway, so we're just now driving. We drove to a spot where we can get out now and walk for a while and glass down to the area where the bear went just in case we could see him or something. But that bull moose chased him right out of there, which was pretty cool to see, but it was a little disappointing. Okay, we just spotted what we think might be the same bear. Don't know if I can pull him in here for sure. Right there he is.
He's right there. Let's go. We were way up there.
Well, here's what happened. We were way over on that ridge. Actually, you can see that ridge behind us here. It took us, I don't know how long it took, probably 45 minutes to make the stalk come all the way over here. And whew, it was hard work. We went as fast as we could. It was warm. We were sweating, but as we got closer, we crept in really slow and quiet, and all of a sudden Ethan said, "There he goes." I think what happened is he was sitting over a little ledge and we couldn't see him. He was probably about 60 yards or so, 75 maybe, away from us, and I guess he must have heard us or something because we couldn't see him until he was running. So he got away. I did make a couple of shots, but I could see that I missed him. We spent a long time looking. It's almost dark now, and tomorrow we're going to come back and just glass the area some more and make sure that, you know, we didn't get him, but couldn't find any blood. Last time we saw him, he was running, and I saw the dirt go. It was a standing shot. I probably shouldn't have taken it, but I knew it was either get him or then just not try at all and watch him run off. So pretty sure I missed him. last thing I want to do is leave a wounded animal in the woods. So really proud of my boys. They did great stalking with me. But man, what a disappointment. But we got one more day to hunt. Maybe we'll find them, or maybe we'll see another one. But anyways, so it goes with hunting. We have a long ways back now to our little side-by-side. It's probably going to be dark 30 by the time we get back there, so we better start walking.
So we made it back at the truck finally. It would have been a lot later if we hadn't gone to the road right while a truck was passing, and they allowed us to hop on and take us all the way to the top. And then they dropped my dad on the trail that led to the ATV. Then he's driving back here, and we started the truck and we're waiting on him right now. He just got back. Okay, it's the next morning now, the last day of our 4-day hunt, and we're gonna pack up and see if we can spot another bear in a different area this time. So we just left the side-by-side now, and we're hiking down across the tundra to a place we haven't been yet, see if we can spot any bears. Ethan found another shed. That's nice. Have fun. Here's a nice caribou shed. Looks like a nice one. Oh, it's pretty old though. So here are the 5 sheds we found just in this short hike. 3 nice ones and 2 old ones. That proves how many sheds there are just laying around here. And there was a black dot coming over the ridge, but then he looked closer and it was actually a black wolf. And then later when we got the cameras out and stuff, we looked closer and there was another whiter gray wolf, but we saw they were kind of young. We quickly got the gun and everything, crawled down here while keeping an eye on them, crawled to that rock, and they were 300 yards. They weren't really smart enough to run away because they were still young.
There's so many wolves around. The biologist told us shoot as many as you can because they just kill game like crazy. So glad we got them. I feel a little bad almost because they're only half grown. So, but it's still kind of cool. It's really cool to see them and to get one. Just to kind of look around. We thought we might be able to see some more country, but it's super cold and windy up here. So I think we'll head back down to some greener pasture somewhere.
Right there below that point is where we shot the wolves. And we drove all the way up there. Way up higher in that fog. A lot higher in that fog. Then came way back down that ridge. And all the way over here. It was so far, and half of the time we weren't even on a trail. So we stopped here beside the ridge, and we're gonna see if we can spot a bear on the other side while looking for sheds.
Oh, I finally found my second caribou shed. Boys have probably found 10 apiece or 8 apiece. Finally found one. Just didn't know what my problem was. It's a nice one. Yeah. Might be one of the bigger ones we've got yet.
Oh yeah.
Oh, shovel. I'd shoot that thing in a heartbeat. Okay, well, it's the last evening here. We're just heading back to camp. It's a little chilly here in the evening, and yeah, just enjoying the beautiful sunset. It's pink back here, a little hard. It's not as nice in the camera, but yeah, just kind of soaking it in. One last evening up here. It's really pretty. Heading back to camp, and then tomorrow morning we're head out. So yeah, it was an awesome time, wasn't it, boys?
Yeah.
All right, well, we're off. We got a couple more miles to go back to camp, and we're gonna have some probably mountain house and celebrate.
So these are all the caribou sheds and deadheads we found on this 4-day hunt. Those are ours, and then these are Michael's.
Okay, just one quick shot here before we take off again here. I just wanted you guys to meet Michael and Kristi and Kendall.
Hello.
And they, obviously, you know who they are if you've been following us for any length of time. They come up with us from Montana, and they built a house close to us. And Michael and I grew up together, and so it's really cool to still do things like this with our kids together. So it's really special. What was your favorite thing, Michael? What did you enjoy about being up here?
Boy, everything. Just being here with, the kids, Kristi, Kendall, and you guys. Man, it was amazing. Just, we've been working so hard just to get out in the mountains finally the last year. See see all this countryside.
Yeah.
Pick up shed antlers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hard to believe that we're actually here and doing this. You kind of got I got to pinch myself every day that it's actually real. So yep. You have fun, Kristi and Kendall? They both had tags for caribou, and obviously there weren't no caribou around, so Kristi spotted a bear and they tried to get it, but it got away from them too. So we'll have to simply come back and do more hunting. Okay, we're just packing up here, just getting ready to leave. Just wanted to kind of give you a quick update on this trip. So we actually came for caribou, as you know, and we ended up, there's no caribou around the area, according to the biologist, so we didn't see any, and I think they're correct. Now, they were here, as you can attest to all our antlers that we found, but they're not here now. The caribou, like I said, they move around a lot, so they're here and then they're not here. So I think my tag is good for like later. Maybe we'll come back this winter even, and we can maybe get a winter caribou. We'll have to see how long the tag lasts, but anyways, we might be back. Maybe not this exact spot, we might be back caribou hunting. But so we kind of went from caribou to bear, because I can get a black bear with the same tag. So as you saw, we kind of recap on that bear. We spotted it, then the moose chased it away, and then we found it again, and we did the stalk, and then when we were about 50, 75 yards, it must have heard or smelled us. We couldn't see it. It was down over a little bank there, and it spooked, and then I got a couple running shots, but later we reviewed the footage, and I don't think I hit it, and later we couldn't find any sign that I hit it, and we also talked with some woodcutters that were watching us, and they said after we shot the bear, went all the way up over the top of the mountain, ran as hard as he could, ran over the top of the mountain, so he was gone. I'm sure he wasn't hit, otherwise he would not have been gone. That 300 PRC that I have does a number on whatever I get. So that was the deal with that. Didn't tag the bear. Didn't see another one yesterday, but we had a good time with those wolves, didn't we? Yeah. That was something else. So got 2 wolves. That was pretty cool. But Ethan, what was your favorite thing about this whole hunt?
Probably the hike up to the top where we glassed a lot. It was so nice. Yeah. There.
Looking over Birch Creek. Yep.
Yeah.
And then you, Justin?
It was probably the same thing, or seeing those wolves come right up to us. Yeah.
That was really something, seeing wolves out there. Yeah. So anyways, we hope you enjoyed this video. Again, this video is not just about hunting. We hope you can understand that. This video is about spending time in the outdoors with family, doing things together with your sons. It's enjoying nature. It's enjoying God's creation. It's enjoying the beautiful world that we live in. Even though life isn't always perfect, it can be messy, but just know that Jesus loves you. He made this world for you. And we thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next video. God bless.